Well, welcome back to Allotment Diggers. In this episode I'm going to show you how I pot my chilies on and my peppers. I'm also going to be doing the same with my sweet corn, and we're going to address all the hanging baskets. Now the birds have had the fill of all the liners. We're going to put fresh liners in. We will be keeping the bulbs what are inside the liners because they're the spring bulbs. However, we will be putting summer flowers into the hanging baskets as well. When they die back up come the spring flowers, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I think we'll finish on a bit of a walk around the plot and show you the situation. We had some really strong winds here over the weekend. It's not done much damage, but the tree at back of me, it's managed to blow leaves all over the back of my plot. Now I would normally pick them up, but I'm in too much pain at the moment with this left lung. It's giving me some right stick it is, but onwards and upwards, as I like to say. It's just plod on until I fall over. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to start off with the chilies and the peppers. This is how I actually pot them on. Well guys, I've got a bit of a factory going on here. Sorting my chili pots out now. What I'm doing, I've got pots all over here, trays here, and I'll quickly show you. I'll just make sure the camera doesn't move while I'm doing it. So what I do is, obviously we're starting another tray, so we get a pot and I'm mixing wood, fish and bone into this compost, and then we put some in here. We put the pot in the centre, and then we backfill around the edges. And what I do, take the centre one out, got lots of pots here, and pop them in, and that's what I'm doing this morning so far. More fish and bone. Use that pot there to just fill around. Can become a bit monotonous having to keep filling the bloody pot and emptying it. Take that one out. Put that in. And that's what I'm doing. I've only got another about 13 or 14 to do, so I'm not going to bore you to death. I'll do one more and then I'll come back when it's all done. What I do for my chilies. Well guys, we've got 20 pots there. I've only got 18 chilies and peppers. I have got a couple of tomatoes that I'm thinking of putting in there, but I've got other chilies at home, so I'll probably save two until I bring them up. I might even just put a couple of small cucumbers in them, in the spare ones. But as you see there, we've got all the pots set up. There's 20 in total. There's another 2 lots of trays underneath there. Problem is where we put it all. However, I can put them in the the big greenhouse at the moment, as long as I'm careful. And I have to be careful how I'm watering. I can just water straight into the tray, so it's not having to lean over and faff about. But basically what I'm going to do now is get the watering can, which is this little puppy here, and just give him a bit of a drink. Oops, overspill there. Right, so that's all soaked in. Now then, here we go. These are my peppers. All I do, pick them out, give them a good squeeze. I don't know if you can see this. Whoops, sorry. So what we're doing this one right in front here. And just drop it in and push the soil around it. And that's it. And hang on, where's my label? So I know which ones these are. These are peppers. And yeah, we just ease the centre out. Give them a squeeze round the. I mean, you can see the roots are definitely in need of going in. And just push them down. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Showing you just how easy it is to sort your peppers out. Nearly done a tray without even any struggle at all. So as you see, we've just done 5 pots without damaging any of the roots or any of the leaves. And what I will do is now fill that tray with water to about an inch of water, and I will not water them again this week. They'll go in the greenhouse obviously, and they'll sit there just growing away. But yeah, there's the first of the peppers. I've got a load of chilies there, bell peppers, different types of bell peppers. I should have written on the bloody label a bit better what they were, but we've got a lot of different varieties, and you'll see them coming up. I think we've got some Jolong, cayenne, a lot of different coloured bell peppers. I think there's maybe 1 or 2 Apache in there as well. I've done, can't remember. But yeah, these will go straight into the greenhouse now. Anyway, I'm going to continue. I've still got all them to do. So I'll put 3 trays of chilies and peppers in here. As you can see, we've watered them from the bottom. We do feed from the top, but I've put a load more food in there into the bloodfish and bone into the compost, as you saw when we was potting them on. But yeah, we've got another tray in the front greenhouse. All I need to do now is start clearing the tables and getting everything out of the way, and then we can start putting these into the final places. And I'll put all my little drip trays in, and then in fact I could leave them in here, like I could leave them in the trays like that. Maybe take the centre one out and leave 4 per tray, I think, and then just use water into the tray. we could do that. I've got enough of them black trays, and when we cleared all the benches out of the back greenhouse and the front greenhouse, we could, you know, they quite happily sit there. Anyway, it's just a few more things sorted out. So that's it for this one. Let's move on. I've got plenty of other things to prick out and pot on and what have you. So we managed to do 18. To be quite honest with you, I brought a load more down. I've just brought a load of more pots here today. I've just been over to the other side of the allotments to me little lockup and brought myself some of these. I've got hundreds of these over there. I do all my chilies. These are where I grow all my chilies in them, and sometimes I also grow my cucumbers. They're a bit small, but if you're doing something like the El Diva, is it? The little tiny cucumbers, they grow quite well in them pots, and that's what I'm going to be putting in, a few of them as well. But I've got a few more chilies and peppers still to do. If we've got time in the next episode, I'll throw that in with what I'm doing. But yeah, that's how I put on all my chilies and my peppers, exactly the same way. We've got them in them drip trays. I've water from below, feed from the top. Done that for years, and we've always done really well. I just need to clear all my tables inside my front greenhouse and back greenhouse. However, I'm a bit reluctant to put some of the stuff out because of the weather. It keeps keep getting some really bitterly cold winds and frost as well, which doesn't help. So I thought we'll leave it until the end, until we get to June, and then we'll put them out. So it's more like next week we'll be putting them out. I think it's the 24th today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Sunday the 24th of May. So anyway, I'll probably put them out in another 6 to 7 days. I'll be putting out all my daffodils, my sunflowers and everything else, cosmos. We did try to put some cosmos out, but as you know, we had a few frosts and it's basically wiped them out. Luckily, I had so much of the stuff. I've still got probably 40 or 50 cosmos there, so we can still put cosmos out as we would normally do. And I actually grew them with that in mind, the frost. Anyway, I've got them marigolds to stick out, so we will be clearing all the greenhouses out. However, again, we're having to pot on, so I ended up, I just potted 30 of my sweet corn on as well. Again, I've got a clip here showing you what they were in and then what I've put them into, and the reason why they're not gone straight into the ground, because they potentially could have gone into the ground, but like I say, it's the weather. So let's show you me doing me Telepy F1 hybrid sweet corn. Well, I've got my sweet corn here. I've got 30. I've just given all the rest away to everybody. I only need 30, and that's what I've got. I don't even need 30, I need 20. I just got a few spare ones, but what I'm going to do is put them into these bigger pots. Got my blood fishing bowl to mix in with this clover compost, and I'm just going to put one in each of these pots. There's 30 pots. I'm going to stick them in this tray and then put them back into the greenhouse for another week or two, because I don't want to happen to my corn what happened to my next door neighbours over there. She lost them all just last week. So, and there's a potential for a bit more frost before we get out of the woods. So I'm just going to set the camera up on the stand there, and there's not much blood fishing bone there, so I'm just going to tip the whole lot basically into there. And before I use any of it, I'm going to mix it all up in the bag, and then we'll put them on. They're very dry, they need watering. I will do the watering after I've potted them on, but it's time to get them out of these trays here. If I don't get them out, I might as well just throw them away. So that's what we're going to do. These are incredible F1s, and there's 30 of them, of different sizes. So let's have at it. I'll show you doing one or two, and then I'll show you them, you know, all in the tray here, all done. So with that, let's crack on. Oh, by the way, all these pots are washed as well. Well guys, here we are, putting me incredible F1s on. That's me me sweet corn. There they are. They're a bit dry, but we're going to give them a good soaking in water in a bit. I'm just repotting them, give them a better chance. If I put them out now, I'll lose a lot of them, so the last thing I want to do is put them out right now. But they look pretty good. Not under any stress for the most part, which is incredible really, because they've been in my greenhouse for a little bit. I've got the ones I need, so I've give the rest away. However, like I say, I'm not going to bore you to death. I'll come back once they're all done. But as you can see, I'm just filling the pot up. Clover multi-purpose compost, bloodfish and bone. Perfect. Just press them in. Bit of soil. Just push the edges down, firm them in a bit. And that's another one done. And these should fly away. Right, so I'm going to crack on. I'm not going to bore you to death. I'll be right back when they're all done. I'll show you them all stacked up in this tray when they're done. So I'll see you in a bit, folks. We have 30 in total, and there they are. All I've got to do now is make sure we get a good drenching. There we go. So, yeah, there's 30 incredible F1 sweet corn there. I'll stick them into the back greenhouse for now. Get a little bit more, a few more jobs done before these go out. I'm looking at the end of June before I'm going to put them out. Any sooner, I reckon I'm just going to lose them. Like I say, we don't do fools gladly on here. Once bitten, twice shy, and like I said, my next door neighbours proved that the frost hasn't gone away from here yet. However, these are ready to rock and roll. As you can see, they look absolutely lovely. I could only get 28 in the tray, and we got 2 there as well. I'll probably end up using 25, but there's a few spare ones there to play with. Right, onwards and upwards. That's another job done. So, as I was saying then, it's just the frost will wipe them out if I put them out. And best way to grow corn is, like I say, in blocks. If you've only got 10, you know, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 6x7, 6x8, as long as you keep them in blocks and in sort of cubes, it gives them all a chance to pollinate each other, because that's how they shut up, you. That was a blackbird. I think I mentioned a thrush. I could hear a thrush in the background in the last episode, and I said it was a bloody blackbird. It wasn't, it was a thrush. It was just me mixing my birds up. But anyway, that was a blackbird. Back to the sweet corn. Unbelievable, aren't they? You probably see a load of birds flying behind me there. Bloody wood pigeons, everything's on my plot. Cats, the whole lot, they're all hugging each other there at the back probably. But grow them in blocks because they're air pollinated, and they need the air to pollinate. And what I normally do is, once they see the pollen, I get a tickler, you know, them feather dusters, and I go and wipe all the flowers or what have you, and that's how I get them all to pollinate, you know, to get the corn on the cob, and it doesn't look all bitter. Sometimes you see where it's not pollinated and you get gaps in your corn. Well, if you do that, let them do it naturally for a few days, and then at the end of it just give them a quick tickle. Same with my tomatoes. Once the tomatoes start to get flowers on, well, I had a friend that used to use a naughty tool, a very rude tool, which I'm not gonna mention, but put it this way, it vibrates, and he used to use that. He used to put it on his canes, what he had his tomatoes growing up, and it used to vibrate them, and it used to spread the pollen and obviously pollinate all his tomatoes. Me, I just tap the canes like that on the edge. It does the same thing. Yeah, Bernard, you're a bad lad. But anyway, yeah, so grow them in blocks, and as we said, it's too soon to put them out. I definitely don't want to put them out and lose them like Bev and Dave did here. But yeah, we give the rest of them away. I think I did about 80, so I've only kept 30. I only need 25 to be quite honest with you. Next week you'll probably see me putting them out. Fingers crossed the weather's okay for that. Apparently the weather's going to get better. That's what we need. So the next thing I want to show is my hanging baskets. Now we did these at the start of the week, but when I take you on the tour, you're going to see they've actually started to flower now. They look lovely. But as you will hear in the video, the reason why we've had to change all the liners. So let's show you. We're doing one or two of them and what we put into them. Today I'm going to be sorting these hanging baskets out here. As you can see, they need new liners. I've got liners here, so it's just a matter of taking the old ones out, putting new ones in, and I've got some geraniums and primroses there, primroses, sorry. And I'm going to stick them in. I've even got a few marigolds that I'm going to stick in. These was what a friend's gave me. I did him a favour, and he dropped them on my plots. So there you go, Matt. Thanks for all your help. And yeah, I've got a few nice geraniums, different coloured ones there. So yeah, they'll be going in. Probably put one in each of these pots. But yeah, I've got my tub here to stick these ones in so they don't fall over. That tub there is just set them in, and this one we just take the liner and everything out. Try and separate the old liner. We can't. We just stick the old liner in as well. I'm not really faffing about. But top them up. Inside here are all bulbs, so I've got to be careful. You go too far down and you come to bulbs. So I will be keeping the bulbs in there, but obviously we're gonna renovate them. These are all spent now. Anyway, so what I'm going to do quickly, set my stall up, and I'm going to show you me doing just one of these, and I'll show you what they all look like when they're done. But yeah, we've got his hands full there. There's 6 of them there, and there's another 2 over the other side, 4 over the other side. But I think we'll concentrate on these 6 first. This liner doesn't look so bad, but even so, we're still going to replace it. We'll flip it out. Put the new liner in. That will go straight to the birds for nesting material. However, top this up now. A few goodies in this compost as well. It's not just compost, it's I've mixed in some bloodfish and bone and loads of other little treats as well. Right, so we've got the liner in. Now then, what I'm doing, I'm putting a geranium in the centre, and we're putting some primulars around the perimeter in these first 3 pots. I'm taking this thing off. It's a waste of time, it really is. So there's the geranium, and now I'm going to stick some of these primulars in here now. Put 3 in. One here, and then they're equally spaced. So there we go. So got geranium in the middle, primulars around the outside. It should look glorious when it comes up. So I'm just going to hang this up now. Unravel the bloody chain. There we go. I will water them once I've got them all up, but as you can see, primulars, and there's a geranium in the centre. So now this is getting a bit disgrebled. I mean, it's sort of the wiring's all over the show here on this. However, until I can actually source a couple more of these, it's going to have to do. What I'm doing, another geranium. This is a different colour geranium. And plonk its backside into there, and then what I'm doing next is putting a couple of marigold, well, 3 marigolds in as well. Nice root system. Breaking the soil up. Yeah, they don't want to come out, these. One more. Well, that's going to have to do for that one, but it, again, It's looking pretty good. So we got 4 done now, another 2 and we've cracked it here. I think it's having a break after that. Well, time to do some watering. Yeah, I know, I'm washing me chair as well. Well, these are all watered, and hopefully they do okay. We just cleaned the trays and what have you, what I've been working with, just drying them out. We're just going to fill this watering can back up and stick it in the greenhouse, and I think we're done for a while. Done what I said I was going to do today. Just one liner that I've missed out is that one there. I need to get a new liner for it. I will do very, very soon. I'll put some more geraniums into these planters as well here on the top next to the astilbe and the yellow flag irises, but I will put another liner into this planter which is next to the right facing the car, just there I think it is. You can see where I'm pointing. Right, anyway, that's it, all done. Hopefully they give me some beautiful flowers this year. So there you go, we've got the geraniums, we've got the primlias, and we've also got a few marigolds. However, the marigolds have caught it with the frost. There's a few of them which got away with it. However, I have got tons more marigolds which I will be putting back into these hanging baskets. Not that they need it really, but I will be doing it, and I'll be putting them in the borders at the end of next week, I should imagine. But yeah, that's all. The reason why I actually had to do the liners. The birds every year it's the same thing. They rip at the liners to shreds to make the nests. I've got lots of birds nesting on my plot. You can't see them. You get to see them sometimes. I've got some song thrushes which have just hatched, and the babies have been running around like crazy around the paths. You know, they're quite big actually. I got a couple of clips, a couple of glances. When I go over there with a camera, they all scarper underneath the bushes, so you can't see them, but they are there. And I think there's about 6 of them altogether. Well, 5 of them, and the mother and father what feed them. But actually, they're feeding themselves now because they're digging the side of me raised beds, and I'm forever having to go and kick the bloody wood chip back over to stop the from soil being bare. A bit of bare soil, you're gonna get a weed growing. Anyway, next thing I want to do is take you on a tour of the plot, show you just quickly in the greenhouses, just show you how crowded they are, and then we'll be right back. Hi guys, well, welcome back. Here we are, we're going to go on a tour now. As you can see, it is very overcast today, which makes a change. It's been blue skies for the last 2-3 weeks. We've got a westerly wind blowing. Let's pop down here and we'll have a look at these hanging baskets which I did a few days back. As you can see, we've got some flowers here. Geraniums. The lilies are doing wonderful. It's not far away. They'll be flowering. The yellow flag irises, they're starting to flower now. They look lovely. let's come round here into this first greenhouse. Actually, we've got some geraniums here. These are all geraniums, and the primlias, what you see there. More geraniums. That there is a stilby. Lovely. Oh God, be careful, Matt. Oh, these, do you believe it? These are just a quarter of what we pulled out the car park with a magnet. That's ridiculous, that, isn't it? I put that on the Facebook group, telling people to stop dropping bloody nails and what have you. Water butt's full. This is Bliss Planter. We haven't done this one yet. Oh look, we've got some. Oh, look at that beautiful weed there. There we go. It's gone. There's a few more weeds here. Anyway, we've got to do this one yet, so we've got to put the liner. I've got the liner in the shed to do it, but it looks pretty sad, doesn't it? That come from Sierra Leone. A mate of mine was a soldier, was over there. He brought me this one, and he brought me another one for my shed. It's nice of him to do that. Right. Greenhouse has gone. I need to do a bit of pruning here. All these side shoots, got to take them all out. The grapevine, it's going absolute crazy. Grapes everywhere. These need potting on. Them cauliflowers are a little bit sad. These need to go out. I'm just going to probably use this many. The rest of them I'm going to give away. Celery, more celery, which it's just been ticking away. Actually, some celeriac. I don't know which one's which here because they look very similar. Got me some of my chilies there. That one, that tomato there is a friend of mine, Aaron, from at top of the allotments, give me. It's I forget what the tomato is. I can't really get in here at the moment to get to the label to tell you what it is. But you see all the marigolds there. They'll be going out. They're my tomatoes for this greenhouse. There's 3 different varieties of cabbages there. I think they're 3. One's I do know one's Savoy. I can't read me writing. White XL's this side, and I think there's 2 white XL. I can't. Like I say, I'm blind as a bat, guys. They should have gone outside months ago. I can't. The frost would have just took them out anyway. But they're there, and in fact, you know, probably could leave them there really and eat them. Cucumbers. I've actually got a dahlia down the back there, which is it's doing really well. And I've got some of these currant tomatoes. There's 2 currant tomatoes there, which Mike from Potting Along give me. So that's this greenhouse. Like I say, just can't get into it at the moment. But this will all be gone in probably next week. They'll be going out. There'll be a lot of stuff going out. A lot of stuff being given away, as always. I've given tons of stuff away. You won't believe how much I've actually given away. Anyway, let's move into this greenhouse here. So as you can see, the chilies are doing well. Since I need to stick some supports into these, I forgot to do that. I've got the supports in my other greenhouse. The tomatoes are basically doubled in size on this side. You're probably looking down there. They're a bit small there, Mark, and the sun comes along here. And them ones over there, they look a little bit smaller. Well, that's because they're different varieties to these ones there. These are all money maker. I left the door open, didn't I? And it just caught, the bloody frost just caught these 2 tomatoes here. I think they'll be okay. As you can see, the flowers on them all. Flowers on these. These are all my marigolds, what I've put in here to keep the green fly at bay. They're just under. What I will be doing as well is when they get a little bit taller, I'm going to be taking all these leaves off from around here. I have been taking a load off this morning, and I've been tying them up. In fact, I might have a little bit of a clip here what I can just slide into the video. I can't believe it's only been a couple of weeks since I put these tomatoes in, and well, they're nearly 2 foot tall now. So I've got this here. It's Velcro, and you get 4 of these for. Well, they used to be about £1 and about 150, but they've since people have found out how good they are. The prices have gone up. About £3 now. But what you do, strip a piece off. Obviously, going to need a pair of scissors for this. Cut it, and then what you do, or what I do, wrap it round. You don't do it tightly, and basically all it's doing is there's a guide so the tomatoes can grow up the vine. And as you're doing these, you've got side shoots here. You've got to just keep taking these side shoots out. I've not been in the greenhouse this week doing this, so we've got quite a lot of these. And if you take these suckers out here, what I'm doing now, the plant will grow a lot stronger and quicker, and they'll fly up these canes. But if you want them to bush out, like you leave them in. But I don't want them to bush out. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm just tying them all up, and hopefully we should have some really good tomatoes in a few months or two. In fact, I won't be surprised if we start seeing tomatoes on these in the next week or two. It's like that one there. Now that's a side shoot, unfortunately. So that's the side shoot. That's the growth I've had in a week. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, I've got to go and doing all these as we speak. I'll put that one just underneath the truss. That'll give it a support. All these all need. Oh, we've got a few tomatoes on that one. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. Like I said, I don't want to be all day doing this. So anyway, there you go. We've took all the suckers out of them and we've tied them up. So that's this greenhouse. Shut the door. In fact, I'm going to shut the door on this one as well because it's quite cold today. Actually, some of these red currants are starting to go red. I filled them feeders up last night to the top, everything to the top, and basically that's all what's left in them. And it's what time is it? It's about 2:30 in the afternoon. They've basically hammered it. Can you hear that song thrush there chirping away? Look at all the yeah, let's walk round here. Strawberries have got all the petals have come off now, so there'll be strawberries on them lot. Over here we've got some. That bloody bird's putting me off. Got some poppies, and we've even got looping what's managed to come up between the poppies and the sedum. This is what the frost did to all my cosmos. Fortunately for me, I've got a ton more, which you will see in a minute. These are gooseberries and they're doing well. Again, lupins everywhere. Look at them, it's quite nice actually. And them ones over there. But these are all my fruit bushes. They're all currants and they're full of fruit. Again, everywhere you look, bloody. Honestly, I really ripped them all out and they still come. Look at this here, this is what the frost did to all my cosmos. So these are all coming out. My irises there dying back now. Some beautiful irises here, alliums there at the back growing. You can't really see them because of everything else has gone so crazy. But yeah, we're getting the golden oregano down here, mint, rosemary. We've actually got fruits on these. As you can see, the fruits on this tree which we rescued, which snapped in the blooming wind. That was blowing off then. Let's go into this greenhouse here. Oh my god. We need to come in here with the more Velcro. And these are nearly at the top of the canes. Now this is cosmos, so we're going to be putting that out shortly. More cosmos. These are all sunflowers here. They'll all be going out. There is my Atlantic giant. We finally got 2 to germinate, guys. Will we get a big pumpkin this year? I don't know, but we've got a lot more pumpkins down there. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put them in a bit, but as you can see, we've got cucumbers. I still haven't put me Zibaroon banana shallots. I should have put all these lot out weeks ago, well, about a week ago again. These are the corn. They're doing wonderful here. We'll be putting them out shortly, probably the end of next week. But yeah, there'll be my tomatoes in pots. I'll be coming in and tying them all up shortly. I just have to move all this lot out of the way. See, this is it. It's where I will be putting all me peppers and me chilies along here, and same in the other greenhouse. By the end of, in about 2 weeks' time, it'll all be, all this lot will be gone, and it'll look beautiful. But at the moment, we've got cosmos here. Look at that, it's nearly 1.5 foot tall. It has to go out soon. But a bit worried about the weather, really. And then we've got all the sunflowers and what have you. Anyway, that's the other greenhouse. Look at this here. I'm forever doing this. Pushing it back. And then the thrushes and the blackbirds come and they pull it all back. I've got these taped up, so to stop them. If they would have left them without being taped up, they would have all got flattened by the wind. Carnations are doing well up there. Lemon balm, it's growing really well. My dahlias are doing well underneath that fleece. I daren't take that fleece off at the moment, otherwise we get another frost. There's a little bugger there, look at that little bugger. See it, the blackbird there. What it does, it digs all my paths up, and it's learnt the thrushes, the baby thrushes, to do it as well. Female blackbird, that I think. Is it female? No, it's not. I don't know. Normally females are brown. That's sort of brown, but it's got a yellow beak. And I'm blind as a bloody bat. It probably is a female. Moving along here. Elephant garlic. Spears are starting to form on these, so they're going to be. This will all be coming out shortly. There my girls. Absolutely wonderful. We're getting 12 eggs a day off them now. 12 chickens, 12 eggs. Actually I got 13 eggs the other day. I can't figure that one out. I've only got 12 chickens. I might have missed an egg. I'm going to be sticking the garlic in here. Be sticking the corn over there. Be sticking some celeriac and stuff in there. Over there is where we're going to be sticking all the pumpkins and into that compost bin over there. Now these, my onions are starting to and getting flowers on the top, so I've got to keep going on and taking the tops off them. It's the weather. They're just starting to swell out a tiny bit. The shallots and what have you are all splitting, as you can see now. They're all splitting, so at least they're okay. All these leaves what are on the nets are off that tree there, unfortunately. But yeah, let's have a closer look at these. As you can see, they're all splitting nicely. I just need to come round here because I can see one or two of these onions with if you take, whoops, that's not good. I need to take this, there we go. See that there, if you just take the top off it, what will happen is, when the onion matures, the centre of it, if you don't eat it straight away, the centre of the onion might go a little bit brown in the middle. But at least you're going to get an onion. These are red onions. These was all supposed to be heat treated as well, so I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, all this here is off the bloody tree. Swing the camera around here. You can see all these spears on the garlic. I'm going to be taking these out shortly. I don't think they've done very well this year. I think they've really struggled. The weather's been atrocious. We've had no rain at all, so I don't know how well they are. The only way we'll find out is when we lift them out. These spears, you definitely don't want to throw them away. I normally just break them off, chop them up, stick them in a wok with some eggs, scramble them up. Lovely. Can you hear me girls there? All making a racket. Got a new plot holder on this plot here. He's already got to work with it, cleared it all away. He's just got to dig it all over. Thank God someone's doing this back pit here. Nice apple there. Anyway, he's after his shed. He's asking me, do I know anyone? No one at the moment. Potatoes are starting to come back. They just caught the tops of it there, you can see. But this fleece is working a treat. It's keeping, we should get a decent crop out of them. These was nearly 2 foot tall. Oh, you can't really see them, but these was nearly 2 foot tall when everyone else is with it with a frost. But mine's just caught the tops of the leaves. So anyway, they're okay. Moving on down to the cabbages, and these are my celery doing all right. Celery's doing fantastic. All my cabbages are coming on a treat. Savoy, round cabbage, and what have you. Apple trees are full of fruit. Over there's another gooseberry. The yellow flag irises are starting to flower around the pond over there. All these trees are full of apples. Bramley there, look at the size of that one. Look at them, doing really well. Full of apples. I'm going to have to start putting some beer into these things here. That one's on the floor. I took it down. It's a wasp trap. I've got a load of new ones of them, so I'm going to have to be hanging them shortly. My rhubarb's all gone over now, so we're going to be in there, tidy this lot up, take some of the good stuff, and then we'll mulch it all. Gooseberries, they're ready, almost ready for taking them. Let's just step through here. Just look at them there, guys. Full of everywhere, full of them. Some really nice gooseberries. Bloody lupins. Everywhere you look, it's lupins. But they do look nice. I mean, they're the only thing what's in flower really at the moment. All the currants here. More here. More bloody lupins. All my dahlias are there as well. They're starting to come up. You can just see them there. They'll come through here eventually. These are all raspberries. We have start to see the raspberries forming now, so we're going to have a load of them. This is another area what got hit with the frost. Took these cosmos, so we're just going to lift these out, put new ones in, and we should be okay. I'll put a few in there as well. That's what I'm going to do. These are tulips. That was the last of the tulips. Them lupins are not as bad as you first think. The trouble is, you want to take once they start to go over, you want to take the tops off. Otherwise, you're going to have them everywhere. This is a golden delicious. This. It's doing really well, but however, it had a load of apples on it. The only trouble is the frost has basically took them all out. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I might have to. I could move this potentially, move it somewhere else. It's in a pot of all things. There's the back view from my greenhouse there. You can see the cucumber there. You can see the marigolds around it. In fact, you can see marigolds all the way along here. These varieties are Black Russian, Alicante, and then it's all the rest of them are all money maker again. These all are the planters. You can see where the frost just caught them as well. He will recover. There's my wheelbarrow. We had a tiny bit of rain last night. That's nothing, that. But again, at least it got the plot got some water. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go and put some more food into them feeders there because the birds have had them all. I emptied them basically. So that's what the plot's looking like. I hope you've enjoyed the walk around there. Leave a comment below. If you ain't already subscribed to the channel, if you fancy watching what happens next week, or the week after that, or the week after that. Yeah, that line in a movie. So I think of the movie. No, I actually want a movie. It was a TV series. It was Vampire Diaries, and it was Rick taking the Michael out of, I forget who the other character was, but anyway, if you've watched the series, you know what I'm talking about. Very good series, by the way. I think they did about 9 of them in total. And yeah, anyway, what I'm going to end on though is this: I was contacted. I did say I was going to give them a mention. I was by, I think it's called is it Grow Hydra. Hang on, I've got to try and find it. It's on my phone here somewhere. Oh god, wrong. This is where it gets interesting. I've got different email, Yahoo and all sorts of things. Now I've got to try and find it. I think it's Grow Hydra. No, I can't find it. I've got that. Hang on. No, that's me coins. Where are you? Oh god. Oh, Mars. Hang on. Mars Hydra, CA. Now they contact me and they asked me would I like to do a review on one of the products. However, I felt at this time of year I would be taking the Michael out of him, and I do that to nobody. It's the way I am, and I just felt, you know, what it was testing out this grow light. And it's awesome. I'd love to get my hands on it. In fact, they was offering me to trial it and everything, but I just felt it was, you know, I won't be doing them any favours, and I won't be doing myself any favours. So I declined, but I did say I would give them a shout out. And yeah, the products. I don't know if you ever watched Late Bloomers on YouTube. This wonderful girl. She actually done a review on it, and I tell you what, I'm gutted I didn't take them up on it because it looks absolutely fantastic and a great bit of kit. But yeah, I felt, you know, I shouldn't do it. Not now. I did send him a message saying maybe we could work later on in the year when these sort of things are needed. I've always wanted a grow light since I dropped the last one. I put it up in my loft out the way because I wasn't using it. You know, you grow all your seeds, and then what do? Do you leave it in the shed and get it broke? No, you put it in your loft out the way and put it back in the box. I was taking it out of the loft last year and it slipped out of my hands and bounced down the stairs, and that was the end of it. So yeah, I'm pretty gutted about that, but anyway, it's all water under the bridge. But yeah, I did say, I think her name was Julie who got in contact with me. I left her a nice message and I explained that maybe they want to do something later on in the year. She did say she would contact me later on in the year, so if that's the case, I could possibly do a review on it. But I don't take things unnecessary, and I just felt it wouldn't be fair on them or fair on me to do it in the middle of June. I mean, all you have to do now is throw a seed out and it's gonna grow now, so it's a bit too late for grow lights. But that was pretty awesome. And if you want to see it in operation, type in Late Bloomers and I think it was the last video. Wonderful girl, and she'll show you the product that was offered. So anyway, I say I did promise them. I did promise Julie I'd give them a shout out. So that's where we're going to leave it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you enjoyed what we've been doing. Thanks for all your comments. Sometimes I'm a bit late in getting in contact, but I do reply to 99.9% of everybody who leaves a comment. It's the odd one that I miss, and if I find it, I will reply eventually. So anyway, you all stay safe, and I'll see you all back here hopefully next week for some more. So goodbye for now, folks.